or we'd be fined.
That's ludicrous.
I made a stand in my hometown, Montgomery, Alabama.
That's dangerous.
Refused to stand for a white man, so they put me in the slammer.
Discourteous.
December 5, 1955, my trial notorious. Black people stood side by side, and no one got on the bus.
We stayed off the bus.
They stayed off the bus.
We stayed off the bus.
I'm at business.
She inspired us.
So we stayed off the bus.
We stayed off the bus.
We organized a boycott of public transportation to win RESPECT enforce new legislation. Dreamed of the day the USA had no implementation of SEGREGATION. Spell segregation. From that day on, we walked or cab led by Martin Luther King. Attacked by mobs or houses bombed, though peace was our thing. Our plight, it made the national news, which was mighty strange.
Mysterious.
When word reached the president, he had to make a change.
Delirious.
1 year on, we finally won a victory momentous. The fight for national civil rights was begun. 'Cause I sat on a bus.
She sat on the bus.
I sat on a bus.
She sat on the bus.
I sat on a bus.
For all of us.
I sat on a bus.
She sat on the bus. Our story goes up. Huge dent to Rosa. We all agree. She made history. She sat on the bus. She sat on the bus. For all of us. She sat on the bus. She sat on the bus. She sat on the bus.
Okay. Pamplemousse, baguette, and brie. Are you ready? I'm Joan of Arc from Domremy. Religious visions came to me. God said, save France from the English and make Dauphin Charles king. Dauphin means heir to the throne. But England claimed the crown as their own. We'd had 100 years of war. This girl had to do something. So I did it like a dude, cut my hair. Gave up wearing dresses, bought a pair of trousers, no blouses. Said I wanna fight Angleterre. Charles let me join the army, army, army. Though that might sound balmy, 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 I proved impressive. Hit by an arrow and live. English troops are overrunning, running, running. Defeated them at Patty, Patty, Patty. We saved old Leon, and Charles was crowned Trayvon. Me leading troops along shot, but I was a lucky mascot. Inspired soldiers with bravery, fought injured and survived. But in 1430, Burgundians captured me. King Charles wouldn't pay my ransom. No one told me why. Being prisoner was not my style. Tried escaping from my captor's vial, but then the English who'd fought me, bought me, made me stand trial. So where was King Charlie, Charlie, Charlie? He'd given up and left me, left me, left me in the English snare. Whole thing so unfair. Said put me in a nunnery. They said don't be for funnery. If you dress like a male, we'll put you in men's jail.
Joan of Arc, you're charged with sorcery.
You're just jealous because God speaks to me.
You say you speak to saints. In this discourse, what language do they speak?
French, of course.
Ah, now you're in prison. They have failed you.
I say it's God's plan that you're my jailer.
Here's a trick question in that case. Do you think that you are in God's grace?
If I am not, may God put me there. And if I am, may God so keep me.
Oh, your smart remarks go round the houses. You're guilty of heresy and wearing men's trousers.
Despite my testimony, money, money, condemned for reasons phony, phony, phony. But my will did not break, so they tied me to a stake. Burned alive was my destiny, tunny, tunny. And here is the irony, runny, runny. My death led France to put on war paint and crush the English, so now I'm a saint.
Hello there. Welcome to the Savage Songs Special, which has given me a brilliant idea. All I've got to do is write a catchy song and I'll be as famous as the great Greek leader Alexander the Great.
Alexander is my name, Macedonia's most famous commander. History calls the great, but I prefer the greatest. A king aged only 20 when my dad assassinated. Advisors called for calm, but frankly peace is overrated. Crushed rebels in Greek city-states, so thousands of the martyrs made short labor of my neighbors, and that was just for starters. Alexander, full-time fighter, made my home rule secure, but that wasn't enough. I wanted more. And so began my master plan to conquer by invasion. Started with Dad's enemy, the famous Persian nation. Ruler Darius had far more troops than inconvenience, but I won, then thrashed Egypt. I'm a military genius. Founded Egypt's Alexandria, named for the greatest man alive. I was now Pharaoh and king of Persia, not bad for 25. Alexander, victorious fighter. The greatest sounds flat. How about the living God? Yeah, I'll buy that. My loyal follower said that's the stuff, but I, a born warrior, said it's not enough. Let's take India, last man, there's a fool. Started wearing Persian clothes, boy, I looked so cool, but made my troops suspicious. Men called me too ambitious, said they wouldn't follow me. Guitar solo, Ptolemy. Because of me, Ptolemy, he'll go far. He'll found the dynasty that ends with Cleopatra. Then there's Hephaestion, my best friend, of course. Unless you count Bucephalus, but he's a horse. Why the long face, my friend? Anyway, together it was going grand, till Hefenbusi died and my men took a stand. I wanted to continue, but my hands were tied, so I sat in my tent and I cried. Alexander, no more a fighter. Adventures had to stop, because 323 BC saw me drop dead.
Only men were allowed to vote, and towards the end of Victoria's reign, some women started protesting this was unfair. A good day.
We are the suffragettes.
Think you know some fierce girls? You ain't heard nothing yet.
A lass called Millie Fawcett, founder of our cause, started the battle for our rights. Argued the government should change the laws. Here is how she stated our plight.
How come girls can't vote for rules that we have to obey when we work and pay taxes too? Parliament's reaction was,
Oh, do go away.
how dare it is the suffrage crew.
Suffragettes sing, we're gonna do this thing. Peaceful protest started in 1903. Got no reaction, needed drastic action. Got a new leader, Emily Packers. That's me.
Burst into Parliament shouting votes for women. Actions that were shocking and new. Chained ourselves to palace gates, tension was brimming. Our name now
in votes if they're so stupid they'll do that?
Seemed our cause was lost when World War came along. Our suffragette reaction was to wave our protest goodbye for a while so long. Took patriotic action.
Put down our banner saying give us votes instead. Supported the men's fight. Worked to help them win the war, so guess what they said?
Okay, ladies, you were right.
Suffragettes sing, we've done it, ding ding. At last those men could see they should treat us the same. So all take note, now women can vote. And it's thanks to those who fought in the suffragette league.
Me name Mary Seacole, famous nurse. To the Crimean boys. No, me not Florence Nightingale. That makes up me a noise. Me learn me skills in a Jamaica when me mother nursed is sick. And I think it my destiny, child, to be a war medic. If you're coughing, then you should have a drink with it. If your diet's poor, you should really think on it. If it's cholera, rehydration's best for it. If it's fever, better take some rest for it. Whoa oh oh, whoa oh oh, whoa oh oh oh. Mystery still says me name, cause me not want to mourn. Me ask me friend, come and stay for help and set off on my own. If you need it, put a massive plaster on it. If you're bleeding, shouldn't be disaster for it. If your leg broke, gonna need a cast on it. If you're constipated, take oil and caster for it. Whoa oh oh, whoa oh oh, whoa oh oh oh. Once here in Crimea, me became a pioneer. Me carpenters engineered a hotel at the new frontier. Set up on the front line in 1855. Independent woman saving soldiers' lives. Welcome to the British Hotel. Me boarding house became the aunt of the great and good. Though it wasn't glamorous, it was built of old bits of wood. Supplied the troops with kit and clothes, served both the rich and poor. Me nurse right on the battlefield while Florence worked far from the war. I'm a nursing lady, put a splint on it. Me see a wounded man, better sprint to it. Earn fame from the war, I'm a stint in it. But the crime and shame is me a skint from it. When the war was done, me never have a dime. Despite the work me do, bankruptcy was mine. I'm a fierce lady, never fazed by it. Wrote a book and earned funds raised by it. Me hotel men owe their lives to it. Going down in history, that's me prize for it.
I am William Wallace, my life was a mystery. Some say born 1272, some say 1263. Was Dad Malcolm of Paisley, maybe Alan from Ayr? Did I have a wife or no? Do you really care? They say I had a big red beard, but all you need to know, I was a Scottish rebel, and the English were my foe. William Wallace, Scottish rebel, this is war I cry. Many English fought me, and many English died. I took against the English back when I was fairly wee, 'cause an Englishman called Selby bullied my whole family. It upset me, so I struck him dead. Well, wouldn't you? Then an English sheriff came along. Guess what? I killed him too. They say he killed my wife, so he deserved what he got. Then England's King Ed came for me. Oh, I'm scared not. William Wallace, Scottish rebel, possibly 6'7", but all that really matters is I sent Englishmen to heaven. 40,000 English came to Stirling Bridge for me. They had to cross a narrow bridge to get to us, you see. We held them off, pushed them back, it was no contest. Bridge collapsed, hundreds drowned, of course I killed the rest. Celebrated Stirling Bridge another Scottish win by decorating my sword with the English general's skin. William Wallace, Scottish rebel, Scottish legend too. Fought for Scottish freedom, was a hero through and through. Here's where my rebel story comes unstuck. And Falkirk defeated, I'd run out of luck. Spent 7 years playing hide and seek. Captured, sent to London, tried for treason, what cheek? King Ed hanged me, then a lovely touch. Pulled my guts out, guess he didn't like me much. William Wallace, Scottish rebel. In Scotland my heart lived, though sadly my head wound up on a spike on London Bridge. Ooh, that's smart.
Lots of things in history are actually a mystery.
The truth's not always in the books you read.
Facts can get distorted or even misreported.
Imagine if that was all down to me.
Cliff Whiteley!
It's Whiteley!
Sorry.
Yeah, well, your newspaper got it wrong, mate. Albert Einstein was a famous scientist. Frankenstein was the one with a monster. So print an apology. Wallop!
Cliff, I've got Florence Nightingale and... Sorry, what was your name again?
Mary Seacole.
Mary Seacole to see you.
Thank you, Sue. Show 'em in, please.
Mary,
Ladies, Cliff Whiteley, telling it how it wasn't. Take a pew. Right. What seems to be the problemo?
The problem is, all of the history books about the Crimean War only seem to mention one nurse.
Florence Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale.
Well, I should hope so too. We did a great deal of work here ensuring old Flo went down in history. What a catchphrase.
The lady with the lamp.
Wallop!
You forget about me.
No offence, love, but I ain't never heard of you.
Me sold up me home in Jamaica and paid for me own ticket to the Crimea. And when me get there, me built me own hostel with me own money to provide care for the injured British soldiers.
Wow.
Yes, but it was my military hospitals that dealt with all the really nasty injuries.
Not just you. I'd actually go out and treat the injuries on the battlefield.
Well, I did pioneering work in cleanliness and hygiene.
I worked in cholera and tropical medicine.
Well, I invented the pie chart.
You did really invent the pie chart?
Yes, I did.
Did not know that.
All right, ladies, chill out. Asseyez-vous. Now, Mary, how come she's famous and I ain't never heard of you?
When the war ended, one of us was still rich and influential and could go on to do great work, whilst the other was just a poor, penniless black woman.
So now, I mean, that is terrible. After everything you did, let's see if we can't get you a bit of publicity.
What?
Shut it, lampy knickers. Now, we'll get you a statue, obviously. Yeah, maybe get a university wing named after you. Oh, how would you feel about being featured in an historical sketch show for the BBC?
It any good?
It ain't bad. Whoop!
Yeah, well, that's the problem with eating curry when you're a skeleton, isn't it? Goes right through you. Mm-hmm. Ooh! Welcome back to Chatty Death. Time for my next guest. He's a former king of the Anglo-Saxons. Please welcome Alfred the Great. Tough crowd. So, Alfred the Great, how's life now you're dead?
People still call me that. Alfred the Great. That is great.
You're all right, mate. I'll do the jokes.
I'm sorry, I know it's your show. It's just nice to know that my efforts to defeat the Danes and unite the Anglo-Saxons under one king were appreciated. The Great.
Yeah, it's better than being forgotten like King Thingamajig, what's his name?
Oh, I can rest easy.
Yeah, wherever you are.
What do you mean? I was buried in the Great Church in Winchester.
Well, you were. What? Why don't you tell him for a change? Oh, you tell him. Shall I tell him? All right, I'll tell him. Well, you were buried in Winchester, but then you were dug up and moved to a new church.
What?
And then you were dug up and moved to Hyde Abbey. And then Hyde Abbey was demolished by King Henry VIII.
So what happened to my body?
No idea, mate. Could be anywhere.
I demand to know what happened to my body.
Demand as much as you like, mate. No one's got a clue. Although, I could arrange a tip-off.
Well, thank you. That'd be much appreciated.
Here's your tip-off, mate. Alfred the Great there, everybody. Oh, yes, no, I liked him too. I did. I think I'll miss him. I suppose we could always call him up on the Anglo-saxophone. Seriously? Nobody laughed at that. I'm wasted here.